Hello, and welcome to Ms. Tignall's Geometry Flipped Classroom. This flipped classroom unit is focusing on all right triangles and finding different ways to solve them. You will be required to go through 3 lessons prior to coming to class the day these are assigned. The goal of this flipped classroom is for you to get a better understanding on what will be reviewed and taught the next day. By spending time at home watching the videos at your own pace, we may spend more time in class practicing and using higher order thinking as opposed to lecturing and direct instruction. On the homepage, there is an easy way for you to send me a quick email if you ever have a question about any of the tasks. Simply enter your name, your email, and any comment or question that you may have and hit submit. This is a very direct and easy way to get a hold of me. As always, remember as a student that you have the capability of sending me a text message via the Remind app. Just like you, I'm much faster at responding to text messages than to emails, so please make sure to take advantage of that. You will find your 3 lessons up here at the top of the homepage. The first lesson focuses on the Pythagorean theorem. Again, this lesson needs to be complete prior to coming to class. The goals of this lesson are to understand what the Pythagorean theorem does and how to use the Pythagorean theorem in order to solve a right triangle. You will be asked to watch a few videos, make some observations, and record these observations using this Google form. You will then be able to see where this Pythagorean theorem may be used outside of the classroom, for example, in a football game, by again watching another video. As you watch the video, please take notes in your math notebook, focusing on what is the Pythagorean theorem, what do the variables stand for, and how do they relate to a right triangle. Lastly, here's another example of me going through some examples so that you can get a better understanding and have a more familiar voice to those problems. You received the graphic organizer in class before this lesson, but again, if you ever need another worksheet or another copy, you are able to download the file here. The nice thing about a flipped classroom is that you are able to pause or replay the videos as many times as you need in order to get an understanding. So please make sure you take advantage of that. Lastly, you always have an exit slip for each lesson, again in the form of a Google form. All you need to do is click these, answer a few questions so that I know you have met the learning goal for the day. At the bottom is a quick description of what we will be doing the next day in class. You will see how we are able to apply these basic understandings that you will get through the Flipped Classroom website and apply higher order thinking in the classroom activities. So this is the first lesson. Again, this one is on Pythagorean theorem. You will also have lesson 2 to complete, which is an extension on Pythagorean theorem. You will, however, have this take-home quiz that, once again, is in the form of a Google form for you to complete before coming to class. This means you are not rushed on time. You may use your notes. It's just, again, to make sure that you have an understanding of the Pythagorean theorem. There are 5 questions that will need to be finished before coming to class the next day. There are some more videos here for you to watch, seeing where the Pythagorean theorem can be applied outside the classroom. So again, as you are watching, feel free to pause or replay as many times as you need. Your task in the second lesson is to create your own word problem that uses Pythagorean theorem. You will be using a Google Doc in order to submit this question so that you may share it with other classmates, including myself. Before moving on, make sure you have accomplished all the tasks required, and you will then begin exploring the Pythagorean theorem inequality theorem. The goal of this lesson is to be able to define a triangle as right, obtuse, or acute using the converse of the Pythagorean theorem as well as the Pythagorean theorem inequality theorem. Again, here are some more examples that I've uploaded as well as a video that you can watch to get a better understanding. As always, please make sure to complete the exit slip before moving on to the next lesson, as well as coming to school the next day. The last lesson that you will be required to do is using special right triangles. Again, please review any videos or notes that are provided for you on this website. Your learning goal for this lesson is to prove the ratio of the side lengths in a 45-45 right triangle using the Pythagorean theorem. You will then determine missing side lengths of a 45, 45, 90 right triangle using this special ratio. Once again, a Google form will be asked for you to make any observations that you've noticed, some videos that you can watch to get a better understanding, and a short homework assignment that needs to be completed before coming to school the next day. As always, there is another contact page where, again, here's an option for you to email me with any questions you may have. I hope you enjoy using this flipped classroom experience.